Hey guys, it's Ron Partlow here with my vlog number 2. I did one a couple months ago and I wanted to keep going, but I find it hard to talk to the camera by myself. So but I got stuff I want to say, so I got to start doing these, and I really want to be consistent with them because the feedback from the first one was really good. So I want to keep putting stuff out and getting the emails that I get from people that say they appreciated the advice or whatever, wisdom, insight, experience, funny story. It's all good. So so I had something I want to talk about today, so that makes it easy to do a vlog. I'm actually sitting outside of the gym ready to train, but just sort of waiting for my pre-workout to kind of kick in a little bit and food to settle a little bit more. So I got 5 minutes. So I put up an Instagram post last night. It was just like a 10-day out picture from me from nationals, and I talked about the difference between motivation and confidence and determination. And it was just something I thought of last night, and I typed it up and threw it up. It's not like it's a new opinion, though. I mean, I've thought of that for a long time. But I've been getting blasted with messages today. I mean, there's a lot of comments on it, but it was more like people emailing and texting me saying they really took something out of it, because I think that there's we see such an illusion on social media, and I guess that's what the post was about. Everyone thinks that all the people they look up to or follow, or all the champions that they admire or whatever, they think that those guys, they think that everyone is super ultra perfectly motivated and confident, and we have this idea of what makes a champion, and we have this idea of what you have to have to be successful, and it's really a big steaming pile of bullshit, and it's a huge illusion, and don't buy it. I know everyone wants to be a lion, and I get it. I understand it's cool. I get the attitude, and yeah, you have to think like that. I mean, but there's a lot of days where I have to fucking get myself focused. There's a lot of stuff going on in life. There's a lot of other stuff. You got to get your mind in it and stuff like that. But there's a lot of people that don't realize that when you're motivated and confident, everything's easy. When you're motivated and confident, shit's fucking easy. But when you're not confident and you're lacking motivation, I mean, that is when the tires come screeching to a halt for the vast majority of people, because they just don't have that, that low gear to get out of the mud, As I look down at my four-wheel drive low, they don't have that, and that's determination, is having that gear that you can go into when you really don't actually believe in yourself that much, and you're worried and you're questioning, but you have to be able to shift into that gear that just fucking grinds and grinds and grinds until you get out of it. And that's what makes a champion. A champion's not the guy who wakes up every morning before his alarm clock and leaps out of bed and he's like squatting at 5 a.m. I mean, that's pretty much only Mike O'Hearn. So I love Mike, by the way. But there's very few people that have that sort of morning energy. I'm definitely not one of them. I drag my ass out of bed every single day of my whole life. Never been a morning guy. It's always been a grind. And some preps have been easier. Some preps were fucking breeze, to be honest. 2010 was a breeze. That prep still just leaps out as the easiest prep ever. For some reason, just everything went great. And but this year, I mean, people don't realize I was training legs twice a week, and every single workout for the whole 20-week prep, so that's 40 leg workouts, well, 39 technically, I pretty much was going into the gym like this. I hope nothing fucking snaps off. I hope that knee can take what I do to it today. Every single leg workout, I was like this. Every rep on the hack squat, every rep on the leg press, every lunge, every set, I had that little millisecond where I thought, fuck, I hope this isn't my last set for the prep. And you know, I had a quad tear up high on my good side that has the good knee. That turned purple. You know, I've talked about that. But the whole time I was worrying about the bad knee. You know, I wound up tearing the good quad, worrying about the bad knee, tearing my hamstring on that side. Like, it was a fucking tough prep. And I think I just kind of numbed out to it because I couldn't, you know, there were times when I was like super stressed out. My girlfriend had to keep me together. You know, Emily's awesome. But, you know, and then Chris Aceto, obviously there's times when I expressed to Chris, I'm like, dude, man, like, I don't know if my body wants to go here. And Chris is a very sort of subtle. He doesn't say like, you know, fucking smarten up. He sort of says something like, well, get some sleep and send me pics in the morning. You know, he kind of like, he takes that calm sort of like, let's just see how pics are in the morning. Hopefully you wake up in a better sort of state of mind. So I got to thank Chris too. But yeah, the post I put up today had a lot of good feedback. And I just want you guys to know that that's how it is a lot of the times. Like I bet Ronnie Coleman had preps where they were just fucking brutal, you know? I mean, everyone's had them, you know, every bodybuilder, even the best of the best. Like, I don't think any bodybuilder in history has had his whole career be just all rainbows and fire motivation and, you know, super confident I'm going to win. I mean, that's just not how it is. That's just not reality. You know, we don't live in a vacuum. And, you know, I kept thinking, fuck, I'm getting older. You know, these young guys coming up are so awesome. Like, the super heavyweight class at Nationals this year, the heavyweight class at Nationals this year, like, just stacked, you know? Awesome guys getting 8th and shit. And you know, guys that look like they could be pros, you know, finishing in the back of the top 10. And it's so competitive. So, you know, here I was, felt like I was training with you know, a limiter on or a governor on my engine, you know, on certain days. And it really made it tough. But yeah, you just gotta have 4-wheel drive low. You gotta fucking have it. So, you know, really remember that when you have those days where you don't feel confident or you don't feel motivated. Remember that's the fancy stuff. The determination is what counts. Some people might call it dedication. You could use either one. It's one of those D words. So anyways, guys, thanks. Let me know what you think. I really enjoy the feedback I get. You know, when I know that someone maybe got something out of it, you know, listening to me blabber. So, you know, feel free to let me know. And if there's anything you guys want me to talk about, like any topics or questions or philosophies or, you know, anything, I'd be happy to, you know, give me some topics. It makes it easier for me to do these. So once again, under 8 minutes, Big Ron Partlow. Thanks.